Happy
and
Thursday,
EC.
everybody. Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. This is Crypto on Copy with your favorite crypto trading bros. I'm your host, Clutch Crypto. We got B. Wellington over here. B. Wellington's not on the charts yet. What's going on, B. Wellington?
I had to adjust my trade. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. There's the big dog.
All right, all right. Here we go, here we go. Okay, so hey, we had that nice move down on Tuesday, just like B. Wellington called, with a move up yesterday. And now, are we going to keep ranging in this area, or do you think we're finally going to break out and move into another zone? Those are the big
Uh,
questions today.
yeah. I mean, I think it's either going to be we're going to break out or break down, right? So there's a lot of liquidity to the downside. If we're going to just talk about things like vector candles, which we've got some recovery that they normally come back and recover. So we also got last week low here. That's right here at 1423. So as you mentioned, we are just ranging kind of in this area. If we look at some of the peaks that are up here, 1716 is a peak that we thought if we did break out to the upside that we would see. And we're still there. I mean, if we do break out from this little zone right here, I did get this marked off because this has been serving as some good, resistance on this area. So the next move up, if you start to get a lot of volume in here on the positive side and bring that next move up, then, we've got some vector candle to recover here, as well, this red vector candle over here. So it's a possibility we get up to this area and then we'll start testing things like, this 1861, but the market right now just doesn't seem like it wants to do anything. We're kind of stuck between this 800, 200, and the 50 all together, and really doesn't want to do anything. So we've kind of moved up and stayed up into the zone, popped down for a little bit. But again, we've got psychological high, psychological low, to the downside as well. But we also have a lot of negative sentiment coming in. If we look at some of these other indicators, this is on the hourly. We've got our RSI here to the bottom that's bouncing, which would indicate that as far as this indicator is concerned, that we would move up. We've got this stochastic RSI. Your other RSI is kind of up, and they're kind of saying different things right now. So you do have kind of a divergence within these two RSIs. You've got VWAP to the bottom. You've got money flow, which is positive. And you've got this momentum wave, which is just an extension of the EMAs. From that perspective, that widen, and then they're starting to expand again. We'll see how far it goes. Volume wise, most of your volume has been to the downside. That's coming in. And when we look at this indicator down here, which is on balance volume, this is kind of spiked up, come back down, and it's kind of hanging out at these levels that we dropped at, before. So we'll have to see what that looks like. We've got open interest here at 5.3 billion. We've been kind of playing around between the 5.5 and the 5.1 billion. So here we are, kind of right in the middle of it. We've got this is on the Binance chart on the 1 hour. So we've got spot, everything's kind of leading the way here. It's kind of jammed up here in the middle. We did have a little bit of OI that was following price to a certain extent, kind of had to move to the upside, broke back down, but we're still holding at some of these levels. Uh, just depending on what that looks like, if that is shorts or long, that's taking up the majority of this, then I would imagine that if these are short, that we start to move to the break to the upside. But if these are longs, they're starting to get on board with this move to break out to the upside. Then I would imagine that we move to the downside. You'll probably have more information on that. And then we've got some of these other, directional, I would say another on balance, another directional. These are long liquidations. So we haven't had a lot, in the past. We'll look to see what High Block says about the future. If we look at the traditional market, we are down. We do have a little bit of a softening job market, just kind of looking at the headlines here. ECB did increase rate hikes, right? Increase rate hikes. They did hike rates. So they are starting to get a little bit more aggressive about trying to handle inflation as well. I'm sure that Fed, the U.S. and Europeans are talking, and so they understand the problem there. Dow's starting to move back up. This is at 234 before. Now S&P at negative 27. So we're starting to get a little bit of a reversal relative to the market, and going back into ETH that's doing the same at 1628. So as far as the news that came out today, we did have initial jobless claims, which is at 200,000, 20,000, and I can't fucking speak to it. Hey, but it's down. It's down, which is not, great news. Great news for the economy, not great news for the Fed. So, with these kind of numbers coming out, I would imagine that the Fed's still going to be pretty resolved to rate hikes and, to that 0.75 that we're talking about. Continuing job claims has increased, so there's more folks that are claiming those benefits. And so, that these are kind of a mixed number, but, this number being down is not great for the market given what the Fed can potentially do. And we're really starting to get a pump on Ethereum. And I'm only looking at it because I am in a trade. So we've got some volume that's coming in. We are in kind of the magic Brinks box hour. So we'll have to see what happens as we kind of get into these zones here. But that's all the news I got on my end. As far as what I think for the day, from looking at the charts, we didn't really look at the 14-minute, but we have been playing around in this area. I've got marked off as that 1650. It wouldn't surprise me if we popped up to get into the 16 area, but a further continuation to the upside, I'm not too sure about that. Let's just keep in mind that all this movement we're having to the upside is in the Brinks box.
Hey man,
Clutch.
are you being biased because you're in a short right now?
All I'm saying is this.
Hey man, I was just asking questions, dog.
I am being biased. All I'm saying is this. I'll see you at zero.
I'll see you at zero. Okay, guys, this is High Block Capital, something that we look at every day. And as you can see, we're pretty flat on the liquidation level delta. And we still, we don't have a really heavy filled-in gap area here right now where we're currently at. But a couple of things we do want to pay attention to. We have a short liquidation, 91 million up here at 1689. So we do want to pay attention to that guy. We also have another decent one that's 70 million. Right up here at 1725, where the exact areas that B. Wellington was just talking about that we could possibly get up to, but didn't see us really getting any further past that. If you look down to the downside here at 1574, we have 100. Let's see, where is it? 1579. Excuse me. We have $149 million long liquidation that we want to pay attention to. So we're going to look at those two areas as being our key ranges for the day, since we're really right in the smack middle of these things. So 1579, definitely something that we want to be paying attention for to the downside. If you're looking at some TPs, some take profits, or even some entries to a possible long, but do be careful when we get down into those areas and make sure that we're getting a good bounce before you might want to enter a long trade at that point. Same thing on the short side up here about 1725. So those, if you're in a long right now, that might be a good TP area to take some profit if you're looking to get out of your long trade. We're going to slide over your Bookmap. Bookmap's going to tell us a little bit more, give us a little bit more insight to make sure. And then the high box telling us is actually what's really going on with the order book flow. So as you can see, market open right here, and we're right up here at the top of the chart volume profile. So this is a really good area for either a breakout or a rejection. Bookmap's catching up right now because I had to move it to a different screen. I do apologize for the delay. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Jeez, man. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Okay, alright, now it's working. So, I think it keeps like. Okay, so as you can see, we have a lot of orders right up here at 1650. And we got right up here and then we did a pullback. So, we definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down and retest this VWAP area 1625 just to kind of shake out those longs, and then maybe even more possible movement to the upside. Let me zoom out here so we can get a bigger picture on what long-term liquidity looks like, so maybe we can get a really good idea on the price direction on where they're wanting to go as of right now. And this is got a bunch of data, so this is taking a little while to catch up. But okay, here we go. So right here again, 1700. As you can see, we got a bunch of long-term liquidity that's hanging out there. We're sticking out in this area. So 1700, I think, is definitely in range today. We do have a ton of orders down here at 1200, and then we do have a small amount of orders up here at 2000. So go ahead and expect us to get up into that $1,700 range later today. And then we'll see what happens when we get up there. And we do have momentum starting to come around as well to the upside, as far as where you can see here on the CBD items that we look at here. So I'm definitely, myself personally, I'm bullish for the day.
Are you already in the long?
Well, not yet, but I will be shortly.
You sound more biased than I do.
Hey, man, I'm not even sure right now. True story. Back to you.
That's what's up. I'm good. I'm calling that for the same thing. We may get up that 1700 area. I don't see us lasting more than that. So if we do get up there into that area, I'll definitely be looking for some pullback. But we'll see. Today's what's today?
Today's Tuesday.
Today's the 8th. It's a Thursday.
Thursday. Today's Thursday.
We'll have to see what happens on Thursday. We did have a short week too, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Well, guys, I won't be here tomorrow. I do have some other obligations to get to. It is Friday. Clutch Crypto
On the golf course.
Possibly on the golf course. And so I'll see you guys Monday. B. Wellington, will you be here tomorrow, or do you have plans as well?
I will be in bed, cuddled up to something, and probably sucking on a thumb or a titty.
Well, you have it here, folks. He's going to be cuddled up with a pillow, sucking on his thumb tomorrow morning. So we'll see you guys Monday around 8:20, 8:30 Central Standard Time for the Monday Open, and hopefully we'll have a lot of activity going on as well. So you guys have a good, safe trading week. The rest of the week, a good weekend, and as always,